obviously it was a defensive game, and Georgetown just does an incredible job with their defense, causing us into all those turnovers. And I think the thing that I'm most proud of is that they're a team that averages 70 points, and we held them to 45. And for all our turnovers and all of our mistakes, that our team was able to draw a line in the sand and in the last 8 minutes only have one turnover. And even being down 7, still believe they were going to win. And it's just that difficult. I mean, Georgetown came in with so much confidence, and they're playing extremely well. And, you know, everything people have said about them is true, especially their defense. And they rattled us, and we kept talking about composure. And what I love is the character of our team at the end of the game to say, you know what, we will get this done, and to see the determination, especially of Angel. I mean, Angel knows she didn't play well in the beginning, but to see what she did at the end, Jess Patchko, they wouldn't let her touch the ball, but Jess never stopped posting, and she got big rebounds, and because she didn't stop posting, it opened up other people. And our team just kept talking so positive. So you know what, it was ugly, we know it was ugly, but it's a victory, and it's a game to build upon, because in the Big East, nothing's easy.
Coach, I know this has been echoed up. What would you say was the key to turning the game around today, where you only had one turnover in the last 7 minutes?
Instead of allowing them to dictate, we turn around and said we are going to dictate. I felt like we spent so much of our offense trying to read them in the backcourt and passing back and forth and going east to west instead of north to south. And we kept talking about the gaps, and we were looking for Jess. Like, we so wanted to get the ball inside that everybody in the arena knew what we were trying to do, and it was turnover instead of just reversing and going to the basket. And once we started to do that, it was different. And I told our players, take the ball quickly, fast break, don't concede to their half-court trap. And I mean, obviously it took a long time. We were all there. It took a long time, but we finally did that and really got the ball in and just went at them instead of allowing them to push us out. That was the difference.
Coach, you played a lot of the first half without Jess Patchko, and yet at halftime you guys are actually up 1. Why were you guys able to play so successfully without arguably your best post player?
Well, I think because Jocelyn Mellon and Paige Fedorowicz and Serena Simmons are all really good, steady players that even though Jess is doing the scoring, I mean, I think Jocelyn gave us huge minutes, huge rebounds. She gave us 4 points in the first half, which were big. And I think right now everybody understands that we do everything as a team. And so when somebody in your team, one of your team members is in foul trouble and 2 fouls, I mean, I debated putting her back, but as long as it was a 2 or 3 point game, I'm going to hold her on the bench because obviously if she picks up that third, we're at a greater deficit. So I thought we had some key contribution, especially from Jocelyn.
Angel scored 8 points in the last minute. What's it like to have such a potent score that at any point could just go off like that?
Well, I love how Angel recovered. I mean, Angel was very un-Angel-like in the beginning, and she was, she was bothered. And, sometimes Angel wants something so much it can affect her the other way. So she knew she was messing up, and it was affecting her. And then she just decided, she just locked down and thought, I got to be the attacking one. And because they were taking away Jess, her game was to get into paint. I mean, look at hers. We shot 46%. That's really good. And it's because we're getting into the paint. And imagine if we knocked 10 of those turnovers out of there. I mean, it's more points for us. So we're all going to sleep really well tonight. I think we're all pretty exhausted and beat up. It was an extremely physical game. And, they have a well-deserved day off tomorrow. And then we have to obviously look forward to DePaul.
Any more questions for Terri?
Coach, how did you guys want to go about stopping Sugar Rogers, who had 21 tonight, which is right around her scoring average? So, A, how did you want to go about stopping her, and B, how did you think you guys did on her?
Well, we really lost her in our zone, and that's why we switched to man. Our game plan was to play mostly zone against them. And then we switched to man. I thought Lauren did an outstanding job. Down the stretch, Lauren took her out of the game, which that's who they were going to go to. And Lauren denied her and didn't let her touch and got into her. And I think her scores in the beginning, a lot of them were transition or they were in our 5, but in our zone, but it wasn't in our man. And Lauren locked her down. She's a great player. I mean, she's going to be obviously up there as a potential candidate of freshman of the year that people will look at her. in our conference, her and Skylar Diggins, you know, people that are doing great jobs as freshmen. But down the stretch, you know, that's where you win games, and Lauren did that, and that's was the difference from Rutgers. Rutgers, we took the lead and gave them some easy buckets. That did not happen tonight. That's growth, that's character, that's how you win in the Big East.